Friday. Welcome to a new episode of the Social Media Scene. What is going on in today's world of social media? There's a lot we're going to talk about today on this episode. Of course, we're going to talk about the metaverse, Facebook, name change, all of that. Also, on today's show, Instagram making it easier for us as social media managers and for regular people too to post videos and links. Yay. Also today, LinkedIn. If you are a freelancer, you know what the word gig economy means, and it means something special to you. Well, LinkedIn is giving us some new features that will help us find new clients, find new work, and I'll share with you what those features are. So all of that and more is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Happy Friday again to everybody. How is everybody doing? Ooh, I feel like I have been away from this show for 3 weeks instead of 1 week. A lot of different things going on in the world of social media. So how is everybody doing? So for those of you that are new, hey, how you doing? Let's go ahead and get this music out of here, get it out of the way so we can go ahead and start the rest of the show. There we go, get that out. Now, for those of you that are new, hey, I am I am Alice Fuller, principal consultant at Sheer Social. Now, what in the world is a Sheer and a social? Well, that is my social media marketing, training, and consulting business. Yes, I do social media management too, in case you were wondering, but primarily I do consulting and training. Now, this right here, this is the social media scene. This is the social media scene. This is where week to week I share with you what is going on in the world of social media, but I can't share with you everything because there's always a lot of stuff going on. But what I aim to do is tailor it down to how you use social media, primarily for business and a little fun. And when I can, I integrate a little television and film because in a minute, people, it's just all going to be media. There's a convergence going on, and I say this week to week. There is a big convergence going on in the world of media, traditional social media, and I'm kind of right in the cross section of those two. So that is what the social media scene is all about. What is today's show about, though? Okay, so today's show, of course, we got to talk about Facebook's name change. Your mama called you Facebook. I'ma call you Facebook. That's what Black Twitter has to say about it. But in case you missed the big announcement, like a lot of people did this week, Facebook is, yes, indeed going to change its name, and I'll tell you what that name is in just a moment. And we're going to get, we don't have it quite yet, but there's going to be a new universe to explore thanks to Facebook and its new name. It'll be interesting to see just how this all pans out. But there's a new universe, a new focus for Facebook, and I'll tell you about that. Also today, Instagram. If you are using Instagram at all and you've been trying to post videos through your phone and you get so frustrated with that, I got some good news for you. And if you've been frustrated for years because you're not able to post a link and send traffic off of Instagram to your website, landing page, whatever else, I got some good news for you today. Last but not least, LinkedIn. Where my freelancers at? Behind that prepositional phrase, quite possibly. But freelancers, good news for us. Yes, LinkedIn is giving us some new features, some new discoverability that will help us attract new clients, new work. Yay, 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 yay. Now, LinkedIn is not going to help you keep your clients. You got to do the work yourself. But as far as attracting some leads and potential clients, LinkedIn got to hook up, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean in just a moment. So that is the rundown for today. As I said before, I missed last week because I was busy, and I'm still busy this week, but I'm trying to give a little bit of my 2 cents of what's going on in the world of social. And so today's show is going to be short. As we say in these streets, show. It's going to be short today because I got some other things to do, and so do you. It's Friday. So let's go ahead and jump into those things as it relates to social media. But first, no production starts without the clapboard. Let's see if my rushed pre-production preparation today actually is working. Let's see. Can I get my clapboard? Is it possible? Should be possible. Can I get my clapboard today? No clapboard today. Ah, damn it, man. It is what it is, people. No clapboard today. I apologize. All right, so you know what? But we do have a clapboard. Hold on. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live. Oh, maybe not, because I can't find my clapboard. I can't find my clapboard. Why do I always lose my clapboard? Oh, damn it, man. Forget it. So here's what we do on any set, especially when you have a budget. When you don't have a budget, here's your clapboard. There's your clapboard. Okay, now let's get started. When we start talking about Facebook and the metaverse, I know you're like, the metaverse. Is that something? Is that like a new Marvel? No. Marvel ain't got nothing to do with it. No. What has happened is Facebook, Zuckerberg has decided, you know what? Now is the time for me to change my name, or change Facebook's name. And we shouldn't necessarily be surprised, because a lot of companies do this. Google basically changed its name per se, under a parent company called ABC, or the alphabet. Okay, so it's not something untraditional for major corporations to do, especially when they're in the midst of doing some other big things. And we see hip hoppers do this all the time. I mean, how many times has P. Diddy changed his name? Old Dirty Bastard. Oh, and the list of hip hoppers go on and on and on as far as how many change their name from week to week, year to year, whatever else. So that's not the biggest thing that Zuckerberg has decided to change the company name, as he is once again announcing we are changing our focus. It seems like every 6 months to a year he is changing the focus. But this time the focus is virtual reality. That's not necessarily new per se, because he's been playing around in this space for a long time, but it's now really it's all coming to fruition. The one big old place he's calling the metaverse. However, in the true Facebook tradition, the term metaverse is not new to us, or it's not new to anybody really, especially for those of you that especially for those of you that read sci-fi novels. If you're really one of those techies, then you have probably heard the term metaverse before, because it was basically a term used in a book, a 1992 sci-fi novel. And let me go to my notes here, because I want to get the man's name correct. His name is, and I'm assuming he's still alive. So his name is, what's his name? Neal Stephenson. It is Stevenson, right? Not Stephenson, but Stevenson. Yeah. And in this particular novel, a hacker is living in this, what they call, dystopian world. And to escape his reality, he goes into what he calls a metaverse. Dystopian Los Angeles into the metaverse. It sounds like any sci-fi movie we've all seen, time and time again. But here's what's interesting. Zuckerberg has spent reportedly $10 billion this year alone to create his own version of the metaverse. 10 billion. It's always interesting to me how we as a global community, or even just here in the United States, and we see what we need here in the United States, but yet we spend, not we, because I wouldn't spend $10 billion on this, I don't think, but so much money, and yet 10 billion to create a fake universe, and you live in a real universe that needs help. That's always interesting to me, but I digress. All right, so what's going to happen with this metaverse? What do you need to enter the metaverse? Well, understand that it is an immersive experience. Technically, this is not new either. The tech world has been playing around with doing more than just seeing things through glasses and things of that nature, or doing augmented reality. Now, the big thing is immersive experiences where you literally enter a place in space. But the thing is, even with this metaverse, you still can't smell, you still can't touch. Nothing is going to vibrate and keep your dirty minds to yourself. Nothing is going to, you know, as far as the other senses, but your mental, your visually, you will be in someplace else. Okay, so that's the metaverse. Cool. Now, here's the thing. I know you're thinking, so Facebook is now Meta. That's the new name. And I'll let you see Zuckerberg in a moment explain it himself. And what does this include? Well, this is going to spread across the apps. Basically his universe as it is, which is Oculus. For those of you who are really into wearing, the headsets and things of that nature, so you already know what Oculus is. The Oculus headsets. That's nothing new there. The social media apps will be integrated into the metaverse. That includes Messenger. That includes Facebook. Probably Instagram too, and other future devices. And in many cases, and what I'm reading here, you won't even need a Facebook account to use your Oculus headsets to enter into the metaverse. So for some of you, that might be good news. So the timing of this change of name, though, is kind of interesting to me too. I'm not generally a conspiracy theorist, but I'm suspicious as always, especially where Zuckerberg is concerned. And I always say, it's a business first and foremost. And we've seen for the last 2 weeks how much drama has been going on internally with Facebook. But this is a good PR move. At the end of the day, you want to fight bad PR. What do? You give, or you create some good PR for journalists and news media outlets, traditional news, to start reporting about. And thus you get distracted from what was happening 2-3 weeks ago. And now we're focused on this new metaverse. Okay. That's a good strategic PR move. I see you. I see that. I see it. I see it. Olivia Pope couldn't have done that one much better. So I see that. But nonetheless, Zuck says, no, that's not why we changed the name now. I've been planning this for a while, since I bought Instagram and WhatsApp back in the day. This has been, on the back burner. So yes, the timing looks a little, yeah, it doesn't look like I'm not trying to avoid some of this other stuff. I understand why it may look that way, but no, I've been working on this for a long time. Oh, all right. Okay, cool. So that's the metaverse. Now let me take you over here to YouTube. I would try to take you over to Facebook, but it's too hard to manipulate the video over there. So instead, I'm going to take you to YouTube so you can see what is going on with the metaverse, as it is called, the metaverse. And I gotta admit, the geek in me, makes my little heart go pitter patter. But the rest of me, which is the majority of me, is like, oh, okay. I gotta stay in the real world a little bit longer before I escape to that. So let's go over here to YouTube. Let's broaden this out a bit. There you go. And so let's play this puppy.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together. Our apps and their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people. Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the metaverse, starting with the most important experience of all, connecting with people. Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear. All right, perfect.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space?
Uh-huh.
Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right? It's from a crater I met in LA.
This place is amazing.
Boz, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa.
I knew you were bluffing.
Hey, wait. Where is Naomi?
Let's call her.
Naomi.
Hey, should we deal you in?
Hey, sorry I'm running late, but you gotta see what we're checking out. There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
3D street art? That's cool.
Send that link over so we can all look at it. This is stunning.
Indeed, that is something.
That's awesome.
I love the movement.
Wait, it's disappearing.
This is amazing.
Hold on, I'll tip the artist and they'll extend it.
Wow. Brilliant.
Privacy and safety need to be built into the metaverse from day one. You'll get to decide when you want to be with other people, when you want to block someone from appearing in your space, or when you want to take a break and teleport to a private bubble to be alone. You're going to be able to bring things from the physical world into the metaverse. Almost any type of media that can be represented digitally, photos, videos, art, music, movies, books, games, you name it. Now, lots of things that are physical today, like screens, will just be able to be holograms in the future. You won't need a physical TV, it'll just be a $1 hologram from some high school kid halfway across the world. And you'll be able to take your items and project them into the physical world as holograms in augmented reality too. One part of this is Horizon Home, which is our early vision for a home space in the metaverse. Horizon Home is the first thing that you'll see when you put on your Quest headset. Today, there are already a bunch of options to choose from, and in the future, anyone will be able to create one. We've just called it home until now because it's been missing something very important: people. Soon, we're going to be introducing a social version of home, where you can invite your friends to join you as avatars. You'll be able to hang out, watch videos together, and jump into apps together. Then, there is Horizon Worlds, which is where you can build worlds and jump into them with people. Horizon is designed to make it possible for everyone to create, and we're already seeing people build some really interesting experiences, from creating new games together to throwing surprise parties in VR that family and friends around the world can join. Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're gonna need better tools to work together. Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants. And as we've focused more on work, and frankly, as we've heard your feedback more.
Okay, So, let's go back to me. Okay, so that's a preview of the metaverse. There is a lot going on in the metaverse. Yeah. But you know what? It's interesting to me. There's a movie on Netflix. Is it Netflix or Prime? One of them. I think it's called Upload. Is that it? But anyway, it's basically this type of thing where you don't even have to wear the Oculus piece at all, and the your consciousness, somehow your mind is already tapped into a feed, kind of like the metaverse. And what's interesting to me is how one character in this film could not bring himself out of the metaverse. He spent the majority of his day in the metaverse, and trying to pull his consciousness out became a huge problem. Every time he tried to come out of the metaverse, it was like being on crack. You know, can I get back in? Can I get back in? But anyway, on one end, this is quite exciting. This is quite nice to look at. You know, it's shiny new object, all of that. And it might be quite useful in many instances, especially where work is concerned and for entertainment and all of that. But we still have to live here. Still got to live here, right here, right here, right here. So I know you're wondering, well, why did he use the term meta? Okay, so meta, I suspect, like a lot of terms that we use in English, may be a Latin word, or maybe not. But at the end of the day, it generally means, according to Merriam-Webster, going or change, or more than, or beyond. Okay, so that's fitting because Zuckerberg wants to go beyond social media and into a whole nother thing, going beyond just likes and comments and groups. Oh my. He is going beyond, above and beyond, in all honesty, in this tech world of virtual reality. So that is the metaverse. That is the new name change is Meta. As Black Twitter said yesterday, your mama called you Facebook. I'ma call you Facebook. There it is. All right. So let's move on to other news, because there's a little bit more to talk about. Now, Instagram, which we know Facebook owns, Instagram has finally made it easier for those of us who are social media managers, content creators, and just regular old folk who want to upload videos from our desktop to Instagram. They have finally made it easier to do. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. You know what? They're going to get some applause from me because they are way overdue. Let's see, do my applause? Yeah, they work. You're good. There you go. You're good. Take that. Okay, that's enough. You can get the big head. Now, when we start talking about Instagram video, we already know Missouri told us months ago, this is the new thing we're going to be focusing on. We are no longer a photo sharing application. Get ye with the program. This is what we are doing. And if you want to continue using Instagram and be successful in what you're doing on Instagram, then get comfortable with using more and more video. Okay, so we know that. No biggie, because I've been telling you that for months anyway. Here's the thing though. When you start thinking about how you're going to, how you usually create videos. And Instagram for years has basically been a mobile first app. Okay. So that means everything from creation to distribution has been done on your phone through the app. And now at long last, we are able to finally begin to share more and more videos from our desktop. That's a beautiful thing. Yes. What took y'all so damn long? That's my question. We've been asking for that for years. Years. Okay, but let me get off my soapbox with that. So here's the other thing that Instagram is allowing us to do. And I mean everybody, not just creators, quote unquote influencers, not just major brands spending, hella money with advertising. Everybody now will be able to add links, hyperlinks to your stories. So that indeed, if you want to send traffic away from Instagram to your landing page, to your website, or whatever it is, to your blog, whatever, you can now do so. Something else y'all could have done a long time ago. But nonetheless, this is now open to everybody. And it's real easy to do. Let me show you this right quick here. So if you want to add links to your stories from here on out, let's go over here to the browser. Okay, real easy peasy. So you create your story as you usually would, as you see here, right here. Now, once you create your story, you're going to select your sticker, that sticker tool. If you use Instagram, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't use Instagram, okay, just wait for the next story. And then once you hit that sticker little icon, then you will see all your little options. You will see one option that says link. And then you add the link, tap done. Then you place a sticker wherever you want to in your story. And then that's the example here, as you see. Can I open this bigger? Maybe. Let's see if I can push in just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Let's do... Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so you see here, there's your sticker. You can put it anywhere you want. You can customize it however you want to do it. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay, so Instagram just got a little easier to use. Yes, you can now upload your videos to your desktop. Yes, and now everybody has access to stickers, or these hyperlink stickers, to send traffic off of the platform to wherever you need it to go. But I'm gonna tell you now, because you see where it says here, keeping Instagram safe, don't test them. Because if you try to send people to some craziness, oh, they'll get you. So, act like you got some sense, people. Don't try to do something right out the gate is against the terms of service of Instagram and violates the community guidelines. Don't do it, okay? Play nice. Be nice, okay? Be kind. All right? So that's the Instagram news I hope you can use today. And so now let's move into, there might be a little bit more. Hold on. Because now we're talking about stories. I know you might be thinking, but what about reels? I mean, am I supposed to use stories now more, or am I supposed to use reels now more? I'm confused as a mug trying to figure out which way Instagram and the algorithm is pushing me, okay? Because I want to get the best out of my effort. Okay, here's the deal. Stories are not going away. They are not. Howsoever, Zuckerberg announced on a recent earnings call on the 25th, this is a quote, Reels is already the primary driver of engagement growth on Instagram. It's incredibly entertaining, and I think there's a huge amount of potential ahead. We expect this to continue growing, and I am optimistic that this will be as important for our products as stories is. We also expect to make significant changes to Instagram and Facebook in the next year to further lean into video and make Reels a more central part of the experience. So there you have it. There you have it. So should you continue using stories? Sure. Can't hurt. Should you focus more attention on reels. Depends on which way you want to go and how comfortable you are in creating more video content on a continual basis. Or if you want to continue, because I know a lot of you, especially my client base, some of you just got comfortable using stories on a regular basis. And then to now wrap your mind around reels when you are already a little camera shy and you're a newbie to creating videos, you can't wrap your mind around reels right now. And that's okay. Trust me, it is. So you just stick right now to what you know. You get good at one thing and then maybe you can venture into reels. But don't feel pressured to go that way if right now that's not where your head is. I just want us as social media marketers, as people who are in this space all day, every day, to stop making it seem as if you can't do social media. 1, without Facebook, 2, without Instagram, and 3, we always have to be chasing after whatever the new best thing is. Okay, you'd rather attract than chase, but that's a whole nother conversation. This is not Alice Fuller Fix Your Life, not at all. All right, so let's move on to my last story today, which is LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Now, if you were not listening before, I want you to move closer to your telephone, to your screen, whatever it is you got, as you watch this, because I know for a fact that a lot of you are, even in the social media space, you are beginning to look for other endeavors outside of social media or marketing, or maybe you're not in this world that we live in, but you are looking for whatever your next career move is. And I see a lot of people quitting their jobs, and now you're in a whole new world of what we call the gig economy. Okay. Well, first, welcome. How you doing? The water is warm, but sometimes it gets real choppy. Okay, so that's 1. 2, now that you're here, a lot of you have discovered, oh, I got to get my LinkedIn together. Yeah. Yeah. I've been telling you that for the last, 4 years? Okay. As you are getting your LinkedIn profile, if you are on the company side, you are now beginning to recruit and things of that nature. Now is the time to start flexing that company page. But for those of you who are freelancers, here's the thing that I want you to know that's popping with LinkedIn. Okay. So 1, there is a marketplace that LinkedIn has been testing, has been kind of using on the low for a little while now, been testing it. Well, here's the thing. Now that the test is over and they see it as a bona fide tool for connecting freelancers to people who want to hire freelancers, they're going all in, which is good. Now, how does that benefit you? Okay, well, first, I know some of you might be thinking, well, wait a minute. I'm using ProFinder. What's this new marketplace? Never heard of this marketplace. Okay, so the marketplace launched back in February. Like I said, they were just kind of testing the waters then. But now that the test is over, they've seen that, this has great potential. This is something we really want to dive into. And basically, it puts them in the same realm as places like Upwork. Have y'all heard of Upwork? Places where you go and hire freelancers from all over the world. This is basically the direction LinkedIn is kind of going into, because now they've opened up the marketplace globally. So if you are listening to this show from somewhere else in the world, whether you're watching the replay or however, now you can still use Upwork and the rest of them, but now is the time to start looking at LinkedIn as a new source of potential business and clients. Or at least if you don't get the client, you get some leads. All right. So that doesn't mean you got to stop using ProFinder. Not at all. It's just with ProFinder, ProFinder generates the conversation. It makes the introduction. But with the marketplace, LinkedIn is hoping to actually do everything, make the introduction. Not only will you get the introduction, you also can get your set up your payments through LinkedIn and never have to leave the platform. That's what is the big difference between the marketplace and LinkedIn Pro Finder. All right, so we got that figured out. Now here's the other piece. When you start thinking about your profile as a freelancer, there is a feature called services. I told you about this, eons ago. You can now list your services on your profile, on your LinkedIn profile, whatever your services may be. Now, if you're just doing some hustle type stuff, this would not be the way to advertise that or to promote that. We're talking about if you're a social media manager, if you're a marketer, you do content creation, you do copywriting, you do video production, you do if you're not in this space, you do project management, whatever it is that you do accounting, whatever your services are, you can now list them individually on your LinkedIn profile in a certain section. They're calling it a services page. Services page. Now with this services page, what that does is that now makes you more discoverable. Because everything with social media, especially in when we start talking about using keywords and things of that nature, that all goes back to you being discovered. Not everybody is going to go right to your profile. Sometimes, and most times in all actuality, people stumble upon your profile when they were searching for somebody else. And that works out for you because that somebody else may not be active on LinkedIn or may not be available. And so you're next in line. Yay. Here's the thing though. You gotta start using LinkedIn better and more strategically. So you create your services page. That services page then allows you to be more discoverable for those services that people are searching for. That's why I say when you start looking for whatever your next career adventure is, and the first thing you start thinking about is Facebook, going over to Indeed.com, Monster Jobs, Yahoo, whatever, the things that you do when you're looking for work. Now is the time to start looking at LinkedIn as that particular destination. Not only looking for jobs, but to create a profile for yourself beyond just loading up your resume, which is what some of those other services do. You don't really get a chance to create content or upload content and really enhance a resume. Okay, so what LinkedIn says is, look, when you create a service page, you'll now have a dashboard to manage your project requests and messages all right from LinkedIn, which is wonderful too. So now when you are getting those requests, they go into a queue, and now you can look and see who you want to respond to, who not to respond to, or in many cases it might be just good to. It might do your heart good to see that somebody's interested in the services that you provide, because job hunting is not easy. It's a job in and of itself, and it can wear on your ego and your esteem tremendously. Okay, so at this point, they will send you notifications if new requests or messages come in. Even better. So you do your landing page with your services, or they call it the services page, on your LinkedIn profile. Of course, that opens you up to being discovered. Now that also opens you up to that marketplace where people can search for the freelancers. That also opens you up now to getting notifications when new requests come in. So people, if you have not downloaded the LinkedIn app, I implore you, now is the time to get serious about this LinkedIn thing. And I've been trying to tell y'all, I haven't been trying. I have been telling y'all that for years. Because if you, in case you wonder, well, how much work do you get through LinkedIn? I've gotten over the years lots of work through LinkedIn. That's because I know how to use it and use it well. Some of you have been lazy about how you use LinkedIn, and then you get mad when other people get jobs. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over here so I can show you a little bit what it looks like, and we can get out of here for the day because time is of the essence for me. Okay, so let's go over here to socialmediatoday.com. We're going to go over here. And here you have it. Okay, so let me push into that so we can see it a little bit better. Now, of course, what I said a few moments ago, you need to start using the LinkedIn app a little bit more, because I know I would be willing to bet y'all watching the replay, or some of y'all watching that are looking at the live stream here. I see you. Hey, you probably are really, I know the last thing you want to do is put another app on your phone, but if you indeed are looking for jobs and opportunities and work instead of one more game, this might be what you need to do. Okay, so as you can see here, these are her services provided. You see keyword rich right there. Cool. And then over here in this example, she's got a potential person here that's interested. View the project. And then she can view the project. And then, of course, as we usually do, you can submit your proposal or whatever it is you're going to do next. Okay. So this is the being discoverable part. But you're not going to be discovered if you're not doing the stuff I'm telling you to do now with the services provided section on your profile. Okay, so that's it, people. Is there something? I think there was one more thing I wanted you to see. Oh, here you go. Here's a better way. Here's another way to look at it. See here, she can edit her own page. We can all do that. And then request. Now, under request, this is where people that are requesting your services are going to be all queued up. Okay. And then you can, of course, just go through there and start talking to people, finding out what their projects are, if that indeed is something you want to explore. So that is that dashboard they were talking about. Okay. Easy peasy. And it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. Here's another one. Then you, as you're creating your services page, tell us what kind of work you're open to. Job titles, workplaces, job locations. Because the one thing that you're going to start seeing too on LinkedIn, now if you're the person that's doing the hiring, this is something else you're going to see. On your company pages, now you have the option to tell people that are coming to the page whether you're working remotely. Is everybody working remotely? Are you in a hybrid situation? Or what's going on as far as your workplace policies with COVID, things of that nature. All of that, in many cases, depending on if you want to share it, you can do that through your LinkedIn company page now. They've set it up on the back end as an admin for you to be quite transparent as a company about what kinds of policies, what kind of work environment that you have set up. And if you are searching for certain jobs, some of the jobs will say right in the top, remote or hybrid or whatever else. So big ups to LinkedIn. I'm going to give LinkedIn a little bit, because, they don't get a lot of shout out. I'm going to give them okay, that's enough. Don't want to feed your ego either. So at the end of the day, that is what is going on in the world of social media. So of course, we got the big metaverse. You can play around with that real soon. But it will require some gear. Okay, just know that. It's going to require some gear. And I don't know how much the Oculus headsets are. I've never seen one technically in person. Haven't written, even if I did, I'm not even sure I would even bother to put the thing on. But at the end of the day, we got that to look forward to. Instagram, thank you. We can now upload videos through our desktop. Yes, and we can use links in our stories thanks to the sticker. That's open to everybody now. And for those of you that keep sleeping on LinkedIn, I tell you to wake the hell up. There's opportunities there, and you could be missing them just because you will not use the platform to its fullest. That's on you. Can't say I didn't tell you. I've been telling you. Yes, go on over it as soon as this show is over, which will be in the next 45 seconds. Go over to LinkedIn and start doing the things I told you to do. That services section, fill that out, and then start doing what you need to do. So as a freelancer, you can start getting some work, or the work that you want. Okay, that's it. I don't know where my clapboard is. I've got one, but my pre-production was off this day because I'm engrossed in like 5 other things. So we gotta go guerrilla, as we would say it in production. When you don't have what you need, you make do. So here's my clapboard for today. That's it. That's a wrap. That is a wrap for today. So thank y'all for coming through. I see you over there lurking. Nobody had any comments today. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. But I appreciate your presence nonetheless. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns regarding social media, or if there is a topic you want me to cover on this particular show that is social media related, then please let me know. Hit me up in the comments, slide in the DMs, however you want to do it, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter, and or the Facebook here. Surprise, Facebook lets me even stay on the platform, considering how I talk about Facebook. But you got to have some other options. So it's Friday, people. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. I will see you next week, hopefully. Same time, same place, same profiles. Until then, bye-bye.